Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick here, if you are new to the channel or just maybe new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and doing a voice commentary or some sort of trade recap. Nothing like that. I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw emotions, raw reactions, raw thoughts, you're going to get that here. But I also want to honor your time. If you're seeking out a nicely scripted video, well-edited video, you're not going to find that here. But if you just want a nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you'll get that here. So market opens up in about 20-ish minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. And if something happens in the pre-market, I'll get the video rolling. If not, I'll just see you back at the open. All right, I'm watching. I don't know, did I hit the record button? I don't know. I did hit the record button. I'm watching 22:30 here. Market opens up in 5 minutes. Oh, this is 100% now? When did that happen? What am I talking about? Well, let me bring up my annotation real quick. Over here, you can see this E, or the green E right there, means that it's possible to borrow shares to short, meaning I can make money when prices go down. The problem is that 100%, that just eats up. Basically, there's no margin that's being used anymore. It's just 100% buying power. So it really just eats things up, and there it goes. Shoot. Like I said, that's I don't like stocks like that because it limits me a lot more than I like to be limited. So yeah, I could have just still taken 500 shares and made that trade, and you can see it's working out very nicely now. For those of you that are maybe beginners, you're like, wait, how is that working out? Well, Clay, the stock's going down. But that's what shorting is. Shorting allows you to make money when prices go down. I get it. Sounds super sketchy, super crazy, maybe the first time you hear it. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the financial markets. You can make money when prices go down too. And that's what I was looking at right there. So yeah, the price is going down, but like I said, from a shorting perspective, that's what you want to see. But now look at it go. Oh well. Well, the good news is the market hasn't even officially opened, so I'm confident there will be some other opportunities. But I'm going to go ahead and pause for now, and I'll see you back in the next couple of minutes. The markets are now officially open. CELC. Nice move out of the opening gates here. Wow, and that turned around quick. JKS, what's going on with this one? Yeah, good volume on this one. Let's take a... Now, I'm not going to take any trades here on the first minute. Just want to see how this first minute plays out. That over there. So what is that, 35? Would love to see it bounce off 35, go back up, and then come back down. But yeah, not... I mean, not... There we go. There we go. A bit of a bounce. Perfect. All right. That's what I wanted to see. Let's see if 35 comes back into play here. 35, 36. Okay. And watching 35 very closely here. In at 35. Very choppy one. I knew that getting in though. In fact, would probably add if 35 comes back into play here. In fact, I will. So if 35 comes back into play, I will be looking to add. So let's see what this wants to do. In fact, let me get this alerted. JKS 35. Flush point, 1 minute. So like I said, let's see if 35. Okay, what is that low? 35.85. I'm still bearish on this, so I will look to add now at 35.85 if it comes into play here. In there at 35.91 for 250 more shares. Let's see if we can get this to pull back here a bit. So now it's 750 shares, average 35.31. Love this candle that's forming right now. Although 35.70 being a bit of a stubborn area here. Let's see if we can get a move down through that area. There we go. 35.50, as would be expected. Being relatively annoying here. Let's see if it can push down through, yeah, 35.50. That'll be the key area that it needs to roll back over down through. Let's see, looking around at other things. In fact, do I want to add some at 35.50? Yeah, I am going to add some at 35.50. If it comes back down to 35.50, I will be looking to add, or better yet, at 36 up here. Let's see it come back down to 36. Again, we'll look to add at 36. Assuming 36 comes back into play, which it's starting to. In there at 36.02, added another allotment. So let's see if this thing can start to finally actually roll over here. 35.50 though is still going to be that main battleground area. And I love the setup here. I love it. Can it get down through 35.50? They'll love the setup, but that doesn't mean that it's going to break down through 35.50. Where are we at time-wise? I don't know, is this entertaining or not to watch kind of the price chop around here? But yeah, there it is, 35.50. That is definitely the line in the sand here. In fact, do I want to add even more at 35.50 if it comes down to that area? I think so. Yeah. So if it can come back down there from where it is right now, that would be great. So watching 35.50, like I said, if the price comes down to that area, what is that right there? Yeah, really if 35.65 is broken, I'll go ahead and add some more. So again, watching 35.65, and if that's broken, I'm going to add there in anticipation of a break of 35.50. So watching that like a hawk. Again, 35.65 broke. So here we go. I mean, this thing is either suckering in more and more, or I'm going to get the move down through this area, but that's what it's all hinging on. 35, basically 60, 50-ish, right around there. If it can break, it should go nicely in my favor. Let's see what it wants to do. Well, I am once again going to add more if it comes back down to that area. One of these times, you got to think it wants to break. So once again, watching 35, 60. 35, 60 is broken. Then I will add more. How much longer can it hold up here? Again, watching 35.60. Just trying to stay laser focused here because this one does move relatively quick. It's all about that yellow line right there, the VWAP. Can it break back down below it? I think so, and that's why I'm willing to add again, because one of these times, you got to think it's got to go. So 35.60, watching like a hawk. Okay, watching. Watching 35.60 though. Yeah, 35.60 seems to be the actual point that needs to be broken here. Okay, getting hit. Held again. In there for some more. There we go, got the break. Have some shares at 35.25, 35.15. Well, come on now. Come on. Well, I'm officially worried now. Because that was the break I wanted. I got the break. It moved, but not a whole lot. I'm not going to panic or freak out. But yeah, I am a little uncertain now at this point. But let's see if it wants to make it another push to the downside here. All right, I have 250 shares left just because I don't know now. No problem admitting that I have no idea what this thing wants to do. All right, all out there. Whoops. Still have 50 shares left. Might still go, but like I said, that was the move I wanted to see. And I waited and waited and waited, and then seemingly have not gotten really any payoff. Again, I mean, I cannot sit here and say Clay, you just weren't patient enough. No, in fact, I still have shares right now. I'm still waiting for this thing to try to break down. And I thought the breakdown would occur right away. And it did break down, and then just no follow through. Wow. This one, well played. Like I say, are you going to go or not, right? I mean, just do you want to break down or not? I read this one totally wrong. All right. I'm just whatever. So $23 after all of that. What a crazy stock. Crazy. Well, I definitely, and again, I like that area right there at 35.25, but I mean, I love that area up there. In fact, I kept adding, and I mean, I got a breakdown, but not nearly the breakdown I thought I would get. So, I mean, in an embarrassing kind of way. I mean, that's kind of cool. I caught that on video just as an example of, hey, you can love a setup, you can love a level, you can keep adding because you like it so much and you think something's going to happen. And it may happen, but if it doesn't happen to the extent, then yeah, you can walk away with $20 after sitting there and watching. So that was pretty crazy. So like I said, in a kind of an embarrassing kind of way, glad I caught that on video. And update, been a few more minutes and check it out. The thing just not moving. So it is what it is. I actually feel good about this because I feel at this point, odds are probably will still come back down, but I clearly don't have enough money or enough faith in that statement to put my money where my mouth is. Because, like I said, I read that one totally wrong, and as far as my confidence in this one is concerned, it's totally shot. I have no confidence in my ability to read this one, and as obvious as it may sound, if you ever find yourself like, I don't have any confidence in my ability to read that stock, to understand that stock, then just don't trade it, okay? Just don't even trade it. Like I said, odds state it's going to drop further, but I don't care because I already thought that a certain level was going to be great, and then it never was. So if you're just not confident towards a stock, just move on from it. All right, watching 678.50 here on Tesla. Just 50 shares because Tesla has been very volatile. Curious if this is some sort of fake breakout of that high. So watching 678.50. I like that. So 678.79. Let's see if we can get some sort of move to the downside here. So starting to get a move. This was a forced trade, if I'm being honest with myself. I mean, it doesn't make it a bad trade, but it was definitely a forced trade. So $9 on that one. Reason why it was a forced trade, I mean, Tesla's so choppy, and with 50 shares, is it, I mean, don't get me wrong, is it worth it? Yeah, it's absolutely worth it, but it's just, Tesla's not meeting what I want to see it meet in terms of how I want to see stocks trade. But this was totally an example. If I'm being totally self-aware and honest with myself and with you, this has got the remnants of frustration on JKS. I got to just be real with myself. Like, I was so, and here's the worst part is I got to put it on YouTube, right? I hit the record button, so it's going on YouTube. So the worst part is I got to put this video on YouTube that I sit there and like talk it up like, oh man, I'm adding more, I love it. Oh, I'm adding more, I love it. Oh, I'm adding more, I love it. And okay, well, all right. And then I just, so now I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, great, Clay, you got to put this on YouTube. You look like a moron. All right, well, let's find something that you can at least like get some sort of gain on or something. Now to my credit, at least I recognize that a little bit to just do 50 shares. But still, I mean, that just wasn't, and yeah, it worked out fine. Like I said, there was nothing wrong with the setup, but just the psychology behind it. That was just a forced trade, didn't need to be there, and that's why I needed to just get out because I got to acknowledge that trade's got me so in a pathetic way, right? But I'll be honest, like it's when you posting stuff on YouTube and when you know that this video has got to go on YouTube because as soon as I hit that record button, no matter what happens, it's going on YouTube. It can play some mind games with you because I don't. I'm sure the trolls will have a good time with it, but I'm totally in the mindset right now of, all right, I need to make a better YouTube video because that one was super embarrassing. Although I think it was very educational to just show that you can have an awesome setup, you can love that setup, but that doesn't mean that it's going to actually work out or anything like that. And So from that angle of things, but still, it's embarrassing, and I'm trying to redeem myself. But quote unquote, trying to redeem myself. Other words, I'm going to start to revenge trade, force trades, and that's just not a good. That's not a good mindset and a mental landscape to have. So I'm just going to have to call it good. I guess I'm sorry that this wasn't more entertaining. Maybe this was more entertaining. Maybe you thought that was great because I talked it up. Maybe I'll try to come up with like a clickbait title, like "I love this setup." But I get that's not clickbait. That's not clickbait though, because I did. You saw me. I love the setup. That's why I kept adding. So I guess that's not really a clickbait title. That's an honest title. But the twist will be, as you've already seen, yeah, the setup that I love didn't really work out. But like I said, I suppose that is a good, solid learning example. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Real quick before I go though, and this is actually quite well, no, I take that back. What is going on with mRNA here? Oh my. Okay. Now this would not be any sort of forced trades here, because this is actually 142.50. Yeah, I do like that. 142.50 to get short. Just double checking. Now, I want more than 100 shares. I realize I'm not going to make a ton on 100 shares, but the idea here is to get more than 100. But this would at least allow me to get my feet wet into the position. So again, I realize that off the bat, yeah, I'm not going to potentially make a whole lot, but this allows me to make sure that, actually, no. 142.85. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and this is for sure not a forced trade, because this is this fits my setups. I like setups like this when it comes to position building. So this is definitely not me trying to force anything. Plus, I know that I'm not going to make a killing given I'm only doing 100 shares, but I'll go ahead and pause and give it a few more minutes, and we'll see if it can get a break up through that 142 mark. And an update there, just pulling back now, so going to go ahead and cancel that order out. And now I will officially wrap things up. So as I was saying, something that's really helpful for me is that these videos are live, so they're not the easiest to make. I have to think for myself. I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to talk to you. I have to think about alerts that I make in the private community that I offer. So there's just a lot going on. While these videos are totally possible, they're not always the easiest thing to do, but I will keep making them as long as I know that there's interest for them. And the quickest way, now what's going on with RBLX? Well, here we go again. Is there a trade here that could be taken? 74.50. Let's see, 74.75. So throwing out an order out there at 74.75. We'll see if it can get up there. And that would be, again, I'd like more than 300 shares, but that allows me to at least get my feet wet on the position. So we'll see if it can get up there or not. All right, and now this one, it's kind of calmed down and relaxed, so it defeats the purpose of the strategy. So that is it. Like I said, if you do enjoy these videos and want me to keep making them, as I was saying, two things you can do: hit the like button and leave a simple comment. The comment could be a thumbs up emoji. It could just simply be a period. But hitting the like button and then leaving a comment, just communicates to me that, yeah, Clay, these videos are still worth your time. Please keep doing them. And as long as I know that it's worth my time, then I will definitely continue to do them. So a bizarre day. I'm mentally off now. I can't remember the last time I loved to set up so much. And like I said, that's not just talk. There's a reason why I kept adding, and yet it didn't. I mean, it worked out. I made some money on it, but it didn't work out anywhere close to how I thought it would work out. But hey, caught it on video. Unfortunately, so just be kind in the comment section. Just be kind. Like I said, I don't proclaim to be a perfect trader. Sometimes you can love a setup, and then it just kind of says, why did you even love me? Because I definitely don't love you back. And that's basically what JK has said. I don't know why you love me so much, Clay, but I'm not going to love you back. And it is what it is. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it
quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.